Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to tell you flat out, I don't believe the reporting. I don't believe the article saying that McConnell tells senators he doesn't yet have votes to block witnesses in Trump impeachment trial. I don't believe that at all. First of all, you need 4 Republicans. 4 Republicans. Where are they going to get these 4? I don't see it. So this is according to people who spoke on condition of anonymity, according to people familiar with his remarks who spoke on condition of anonymity to describe them. This is hilarious. I mean, Democrats have transformed journalism into pure gossip and hearsay. That's it. I'll read you this article. I don't believe any of it, with all due respect. McConnell tells senators, this is the Washington Post, McConnell tells senators he doesn't yet have votes to block witnesses in Trump impeachment trial. Well, after Mitt Romney and Murkowski and Collins, who does he have? I don't get it. Who does he have? How many Republicans can you name? So if you look at the Kavanaugh vote, just that's a good barometer, I think. All the Republicans, Susan Collins, Murkowski voted against advancing Kavanaugh's nomination on Friday, but today she voted present. Only Murkowski voted present. And Manchin actually voted for President Trump's Supreme Court justice. So the defector was on the Democratic Party side. So I want to know how many, because apparently Mitch McConnell just doesn't have the votes to prevent Bolton from testifying. All right. I want to know how, because you like Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, if they're going to get votes, this might be true. It might be true that McConnell, that there are more than 4 GOP senators, more than 4 Republican senators, but I don't know, aside from Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, and Mitt Romney, who else are they going to get? They need more than 4. Well, let's read this. They need 4. Okay, so McConnell tells senators he doesn't yet have votes to block witnesses in Trump impeachment trial. I don't believe that for a second, but, it could be the case. That could be the case. I think he currently holds the votes to prevent. White House lawyers pleaded with senators Tuesday to acquit President Trump based on the Constitution and your common sense, which is true. President Zelensky stated there was no quid pro quo. The whole thing's a bunch of nonsense. It's so ridiculous. Biden is not Trump's direct political rival. Clinton is going to be the nominee. I will be the only person on planet Earth saying this since 2017. It will be the biggest political call of all time. Not to pat myself on the back. I don't like to do that, but anyway. White House lawyers pleaded with senators Tuesday to acquit President Trump based on the Constitution and your common sense, concluding their defense even as Senate GOP leaders struggled to block demands for new witnesses that could throw the trial into turmoil. No, it couldn't. Because guess what? Hunter and Joe would be next. I'll see your Bolton, and I'll raise you Hunter and Joe and Schiff. In closed-door meetings after closing remarks, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell told colleagues he doesn't have the votes to block witnesses, according to people familiar with his remarks who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe them. You mean according to Democrats who are pretending to be sources? According to people familiar with his remarks who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe him, how many false How many ridiculous, absurd news stories have you heard about Trump and Russia? About Russia, everything from hacking America's electric grid to, or the electric grid, what was it? I forgot which state. To Trump, the Trump Jr. meeting, all of this nonsense, according to people familiar with his remarks who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe them. Just 4 GOP senators would have to join with Democrats to produce the majority needed to call witnesses. So call the vote. You would have Mitt Romney, who would forever be seen as a turncoat, Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, who are the Republican equivalent of Doug Jones. And I mean, okay, an outcome McConnell has sought to avoid since it would invite new controversy and draw out decisive proceedings. Actually, it would just solidify Clinton's 2020 campaign. You might as well, this might be, if Republicans, if there's a fourth Republican aside from Murkowski, Collins, and Mitt Romney, I don't know which one. I mean, in the chat section, tell me who you think might be the person, because I don't know who else. And so, like, an initial vote to allow witnesses expected Friday does not ensure witnesses would actually be called, since the Senate would have to vote subsequently hold separate votes on summoning each individual witness. So they could actually vote for witnesses and then not vote for Bolton, or say, hey, if you vote for Bolton, we're getting Hunter. And if Biden is sent a demand by Congress, a court-ordered subpoena to testify, and he fights it, there goes his Doug Jones. There goes his campaign even further into the abyss. So, by the way, Hillary Clinton's running. Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that enough times? Maybe 10,000 times a million? 10,000 times I've told you. And I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but soon everybody will think exactly like H.A. Goodman or H.A. Badman. So the Senate would hold separate votes on summoning each individual witness, which would be hilarious. Do you really want to be the Republican who wants Bolton to testify? Bolton, by the way, so he has a book. So what? Peter Schweitzer has a book on Uranium One. Why don't we have him testify, or why don't we ask him to inform Republican senators on the importance of a special counsel regarding that? Well, there's a book. Okay. And by the way, where's Bolton in all of this? Like, he can't be interviewed tomorrow by the Washington Post. I thought he wrote a book. An initial vote to allow witnesses expected Friday does not ensure witnesses would actually be called. So they're going to vote for witnesses, and then they're going to vote for the individual witnesses. Oh my God, that's so hilarious. You know, Mitt Romney has lost favorability ratings. He's lost 18 points in the polls. So the people who really liked Mitt Romney, it's like, I get it. He wants to run in 2024. Fine. But you're not doing yourself any favors. There's a 90%, pretty much a 90% approval rating in the Republican Party for Trump. You're not doing yourself any favors, Mittens. It's bad enough you put the dog on the roof rack of the car for 12 hours and he got sick. Poor animal. It's bad enough. Mittens, you're not going to win in 2024 by voting against Trump, because Democrats are not going to vote for you. And the good Republicans. I'm a good Republican. I'm like John Kasich and Paul Ryan. Have you seen Paul Ryan in the gym? He is a buff guy. Oh my goodness. He's a good Republican. Oh, the days of the good Republican. I mean, Trump is such a bad person. So much better to be a good Republican like Mitt Romney. And Paul Ryan. An initial vote to allow witnesses expected Friday does not ensure witnesses would actually be called, since the Senate would have to subsequently hold separate votes on summoning each individual witness. So, I mean, they just want, all they want in their lives is to be taken so seriously. That's all they want. They want to be taken seriously. They want to be, they just want to be in the news. They just want to be in the news, that's all. And Trump's ultimate acquittal still remains all but assured, since a two-thirds vote in the GOP-run Senate would be required to remove him. But even if the Democrats barely held the Senate, still wouldn't, But the debate over witnesses has roiled the Senate since the emergence of Revelation Sunday in an unpublished book manuscript written by former National Security Advisor John Bolton. It is an unpublished book manuscript. We have no clue if Bolton even stated the things that are being, why don't they just use Clinton Cash by Peter Schweitzer? I don't understand. Why don't they just use Clinton Cash? That's a great book. Oh, there's a lot of good books out there. I wrote a book debunking the Trump-Russia myth. So Lamar Alexander, okay. Thank you. Bucky Kuster, thank you. Lamar Alexander, yeah, I mean, but see, it's interesting, you're not doing yourself any favors if you're a Republican. This is why I don't believe the news reports, okay? This is why I don't believe the news reports. If you were Lamar Alexander of Tennessee, okay, what, how does it behoove you? How does it behoove you to be the ultimate turncoat and go based on gossip? You're not standing up to Trump. You're not standing up to Trump. You're giving in to complete just gossip and hearsay. Bolton, first of all, nobody cares what Bolton thinks about anything, especially foreign policy. Especially foreign policy. The last thing you would want Bolton there is for foreign policy. Trump became the first president to step foot in North Korea because of Trump, not because of anything Bolton told him. But then, I mean, are you assured of Mitt Romney? No. I mean, he stated, yeah, he's open to it, he's leaning towards it, but he might surprise. If you're Mitt Romney and you're running in 2024, which is what he's going to do, why would you do this? This is impeachment based on hearsay and gossip. There's not even a crime. President Zelensky stated there was no pressure, no quid pro quo. They got lethal aid. They did not get lethal aid under President Obama. If anything, Putin and the Kremlin are more worried about Trump than they ever were about Democrats. Democrats have they've convinced themselves, and this is why when Clinton runs again, it's going to be so fantastic. I'm just going to sit back. Oh my God, I'm just going to sit back. I'm not going to list the school, the university, but it's one of the rivals of USC. I don't even want to. You know what? I won't even go there. Here, just want to tell you. Okay, sometimes you look at sports teams, okay, and you look at sports teams, and your sports team has to play, rivals or whatever, and you say, "Oh my God, they hired that coach. Okay, this is it. We're good. We're good now. We're good now." So you don't want where was I going with that? I forgot the analogy. You don't want you don't want to be the person. You don't want to be Lamar Alexander or Mitt Romney or Susan Collins or Lisa Murkowski going into 2024 and saying, "Oh, I stood up to Trump because I voted to get Bolton in." Well, guess what? You voted also to get Hunter. If you vote for Bolton, you're voting for Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and also Adam Schiff. You think that Rand Paul and Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell, because Lindsey Graham doesn't want any witnesses. But you think these people are not going to, you think Republicans are not going to want Hunter Biden to testify? Oh, by the way, did they hire you on the board of directors because they knew that your father would fire a prosecutor going after Burisma? Yes or no? Did you know this? Okay. Just asking. Did you know your son was on the board of directors? Did you know that President Obama's administration, the administration you were the vice president of, gave talking points regarding Hunter's involvement at Burisma? Did you receive any pushback? Did you receive any, did you receive any questions regarding that, Mr. Vice President? I mean, these are simple questions in a witness stand. These are supposed to be people. What about Adam Schiff? He met with the intelligence operative. What did he say? Or his staff did. What did he say? Inquiring minds want to know. But it's like you're going to prolong this. It actually hurts the Republican Party. Now, I don't really care about the Republican Party. I don't. I'm voting for President Trump. 5 million people have been lifted out of poverty. Pretty good president. Pretty good president. 5 million people lifted out of poverty. I would say he's a great president. But, like, what is it? What do you have to gain? What do you have to gain by voting for witnesses when you know that it's just going to be a battle for Hunter and Joe and Adam Schiff and the intelligence operative? And it's not like you just have one senator and that's it. No, you have Rand Paul, you have Ted Cruz, you have Lindsey Graham, you have Mitch McConnell. You have a whole bunch of senators who are like, yeah, we're gonna find out exactly what's going on with Democrats, and because the basis of all of this is a question of whether or not you have Martha McSally. Martha McSally would totally vote of Arizona would totally vote for the Bidens to testify. So, I mean, you have to ask yourself, like, what's the long game here? What is the long game here? Like, what do they want to accomplish? All of this is only paving the way for Clinton. I have stated this from the very beginning. The Steele dossier to impeachment is only paving the way for Clinton. There is no Democratic Party. It is a political machine. This isn't that difficult to understand. Do you go and watch Romeo and Juliet at some kind of playhouse or theater, and do you say, that's not true, that guy Romeo, he's a part-time mechanic? Or, he's actually an attorney, and he loves acting. That's not true, I know that guy. No, you just sit back and relax and enjoy the play, and you be quiet, and you don't run your mouth during the play. You don't say, I know, this is not true. Juliet doesn't really love Romeo. They're actually actors. Everybody knows this. But that's what Democrats are doing. That's what people on the left. They have to imagine that all of this is they have to imagine that all of this is actually the truth, don't you know? I mean, this is really this is a fair primary. What happened in 2016? Don't worry about that. That's ancient history. This is a fair primary. Bolton has the keys. Bolton. John Bolton. Yeah. You know where the information is? In his mustache. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ruby's 200, hello. Like, they cannot, do you understand? They cannot become H.A. Badman. They cannot. Stinkfinger, hello. They cannot become me. Do you realize I'm not going to pat myself on the back? Nobody knows who I am. But this channel, my writing, your support, you watching, we've had I don't usually talk like this, but we've had a profound underground impact. We've had a subliminal impact, ladies and gentlemen. If you type in my name on Twitter, I don't have a Twitter account, but if you type in H.A. Goodman on Twitter, you'll hear, like, this person's the new H.A. Goodman. This person's the new H.A. Goodman. You mean somebody who's passionate and willing to draw a line of demarcation between an actual criminal and Bernie Sanders, who is, God bless Bernie Sanders. I feel bad inside saying things like he's a human doormat. But how long can you get stomped on? And how long can you be cheated? Because you know what's going to happen. There's some Bernie people like talking a big game now, but what are you going to do? That's like a whole, what you going to do, brother? What are you going to do when Bernie Sanders, supports Hillary Clinton? What you going to do, brother? I don't want to, I could do a Hulk Hogan, but I could do a Macho Man too, but it hurts my throat. What are you going to do when Bernie endorses Clinton, huh? Oh, yeah. What are you going to do when Bernie endorses Clinton, huh? You're not going to talk a big game then, huh? What you going to do, huh? I'm waiting. When Bernie and AOC, what are you going to do when they endorse Clinton? What are you going to do when all your favorite pundits who received $20 million from venture capital, who Bernie Sanders couldn't even endorse? I unendorse. What? I endorse now. Oh, what do? I unendorse. I unendorsed my initial endorsement. Why? Because the movement is so big. Oh, yeah, whatever you say, Bernie. Yes, sir. Yeah, right. Oh, you unendorsed that pundit because the movement is so big? Oh, the bowel movement? Which one is it? H.A. Eric, H526, H.A. derangement. They do. But when Clinton runs again, oh my God, it's going to be heaven. Every day is going to be like just heaven. Oh my God. Do you want to be? I always knew you listened to H.A. Badman. I don't, man. What are you talking about? You're voting for... No, it's going to be like this. This is the progressive or the anarchist or the socialist or whatever. And it's going to be everyone who's I'm with her, even the people who you wouldn't think. And it's going to be like, she's going to, like, something's going to happen. It's going to be, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Oh, my knee, coach. Oh, my knee. Who do you have? Who do we have? We got Hillary. She's batting 280. Kurt Leonard. Hillary has to run. She's running low on... Exactly. Kurt Leonard. Thank you, Kurt. Great picture of the eagle. It's awesome. It's going to be like this. I love doing this, even though I know it's annoying. It's going to be like the day that she has to, that the Democrats are like, we need you. No one to run. Really? What? Run? We need you. Okay, I'm running. It's going to be like this. It's going to be like, dude, Hillary again? Oh, come on. You don't have anybody better? Like, what about Bernie? Bernie! No? Well, it's either Bernie or Klobuchar. I mean, don't we have anyone better? What do you mean? Don't we have anyone better? She got 65 million votes! What more do you want? Oh, dude. Why are you yelling at me, man? Calm down. Why are you yelling at me on social media? Calm down, man. You should listen to all my favorite pundits who are like, better careful, man. You need to relax and chill out. I don't like Trump either, man. You're a tiki torch Russian Trump supporter, H.A. Badman. I knew everything about you. I saw it from your profile. You have a rose icon. You're basically a Russian bot. Natural philosophy. Check out Bernie's Vox interview in 2008. Open boards a Coke plan for... Yes, exactly. And you know what they did, natural philosophy? You know what they did? The person who ran Vox, they actually tried to say, you're a socialist, right, Bernie? You're a socialist, right, Bernie? You're a socialist. And he was like, democratic socialist, democratic. Would you add the word democratic? Oh, my God, the Michigas. Add the word democratic before socialist. They tried to knock him out with that. And I'm going to do Bill Clinton in 1 second. But I have to continue. Oh man, I don't really want to vote for Hillary Clinton. Okay? I might just sit this one out. Or you're gonna sit this one out, huh? Okay, so you're basically saying you're okay with Trump. So you're basically gonna be a Trump supporter. So you were acting all the time. Is the Kremlin paying you? Is Newt Gingrich paying you? Who's paying you? Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I just don't like Clintons, either of them, and I'm just not going to vote. If you don't vote, then we get 8 years of Trump. I don't know if it gets in your brain. You're basically exactly what the Kremlin wanted. The Russians hacked the DNC. Are you going to help Putin become president again through Trump? You're acting really weird, man. I think I'm going to just disengage from social media. And, this is the type of thing that makes people vote Trump. So you agree. You agree you're a Trumper. I knew it. End of debate. Trumper. And that's basically, I can go on forever. I could go on forever. That's exactly what's going to happen 1,000 times a day. 1,000 times a day. The shaming, the marginalizing, it's going to be... Aria Lee, thank you so very, very much. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. Luke St. Martin, Eric H526, hello. It's going to be the worst groupthink of all time. The groupthink. The groupthink is going to be very, very, very. Harvey Reid! Harvey Reid, thank you so much. HA After Dark on fire. Thank you, Harvey. Thank you, Harvey Reid. You know, Harvey, the groupthink on the left, the way they work, because I used to be a Democrat my whole life. Now I'm neither party. What they do is they don't debate, they marginalize. And they marginalize based on euphemisms, and they marginalize based on accusations of blasphemy and insinuations of you being a heretic, or you engaging in blasphemy, or you engaging in wrongthink. And that's the way Democrats and everyone on the left, you could be socialist, anarchist, progressive, whatever, Bernie supporter, Jill Stein supporter, doesn't matter. Actually, the green people, let's put it this way. Get away, fly. Okay. Rushabot.
Nancy, I'm doing this invitation for Rushbot Apocalypse 2020. Nancy, did you think that we would give you Bolton without Hunter Biden? I don't think so. You mess with a boy to get the orange. I'll see your Bolton, and I'll raise you a Hunter Biden. Who that is, my Hunter Biden.
That's the other thing, like, they're like, oh, there's going to be witnesses. Like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. You want witnesses, then guess who's going to be called to the witness stand? Everyone involved in this. I don't care. Like, if it was not official, U.S. foreign policy. That's what they say. Michael, the foreign policy of Bernie at the time was the antithesis of Clinton's. So, but even that's changed with Bernie. It's like, there has to be an orderly withdrawal. You understand? Thank you. Gio Perry, 1965. Thank you. The hilarious thing about all of this is I want to know, like, so Lamar, Kyle Watts. Harvey Reid, thank you so very, very much, Harvey. Kyle Watts, Warren Clinton ticket, could be. Warren and CNN seem cozy. Warren's platform is similar to Bernie's. Was she groomed? I just think that Warren's existence in the Democratic primary is to completely undermine and sabotage Bernie Sanders. Warren, thanks so much. Thanks for endorsing me in 2016. Not. Not. Get that, Warren? That was called sarcasm. Because you didn't endorse me now, did you? No. No. You didn't endorse me when I needed you to endorse me, did you, Warren? Which is actually a great question. Why didn't Warren endorse Bernie Sanders in 2016 if she was thinking in the future of running? Anybody have any answers to that? This whole thing is such a charade. If you already if they already admitted to cheating, in 2016, why then would they not cheat in 2020? That's the question. So, the whole thing regarding witnesses is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. And it's like they say, well, Bolton. Well, is Bolton a party to? So you mean to tell me that Bolton witnessed an illegal act and he didn't tell anyone? Because all of these government officials are hilarious. They're like, well, we have Bolton. Bolton's going to testify. Okay. So if Bolton's going to testify, what is he going to say? He's going to say what? He's going to say that he was privy to an illegal act? No, because then that would be he was part of a cover-up. And you can where were people in the Obama administration talking about the failed foreign intervention in Libya? Okay? Where were people saying that, yeah, President Obama drank Flint water knowing that it was still poisonous for the average person? Even with a filter, you weren't gonna filter all the pollutants out of the water. Can you imagine how much money, by the way, a Clinton-Trump rematch? I mean, you're talking you're talking, the biggest rematch in history. I mean, politics or sports. How much money? You think that media is like salivating over Biden, the prospect, which is not going to happen, of Biden versus Trump? They know that. Timbermania, I'm revoking John Bolton's mustache. That's awesome. How many controversies during President Obama's administration could people on the inside have testified and said, okay, you know what? Supermax 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's possible also. But yeah, I mean, you know what? The whole thing's nonsense. It is the type of charade that makes people feel good. People don't want to become me. People on the left, their worst nightmare is becoming me. But they'll all become me one way or another. Not to, pat myself on the back. Nobody knows who I am. I know exactly my place. I'm just a little tiny little fly. Just buzzing around. Clinton 2020. Like that. Get that. Oh, wait. Clinton 2020 mosquito. H.A. Batman. Pilgrim Driver. Did you watch the newest M. Tracy video? I did not. Let me see. Let's go ahead and. They were calling him me. Basically, they call people the next H.A. Goodman just because, as an insult, which I find absolutely hilarious. Let's see. No, I didn't. This is actually interesting, though. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric H526, thank you. So let's just read this because it's pretty awesome. Let's read this. Okay, so let's type in Hillary Clinton. Yeah, Hillary Clinton. What's going on with Hillary Clinton? What's going on? Let's see, Hillary Clinton. By the way, I do not have a Twitter account, so that's that person is not me. Hillary Clinton. That is a parody account. Hillary Clinton admits she feels an urge to run against Trump again. Wow. That is fantastic. Let's read more. Hillary Clinton says she still feels the urge to beat Donald Trump. I think you should do so immediately. And let's get this show on the road, huh? Layered Life! I'm in Austin and people are reusing Hillary signs. Kyle Watts, do you think Dems actually want witnesses? I think they actually do, but they don't realize the implication. So Democrats don't realize the implication. So they're funny, like, we're going to get Bolton and you're going to see what's going to happen. It's like, that's not, you're actually going to hurt your own chances. But there you go. Hillary Clinton admits she feels an urge to run against Trump again. January 28th, 2020. January 28th. Let me repeat myself. January 28th. Today. January 28th. Okay. So it's like you look at, if you look at the excuses people give, they're like, oh, well, Clinton is not going to run because, it's too late. Too late in the game. And it's like, well, too late in the game, she's actually stating she wants to defeat Trump again. And then she says, well, she's going to support, the people running. Well, okay, she called Tulsi Gabbard a Russian operative, and she said nobody likes Bernie. Could you imagine if Bernie, by the way, nobody likes Clinton. Kyle Watts, yes. But let's read this. This is kind of hilarious. This is actually hilarious. So, okay, let's read this here. What am I doing? I had the article. Hillary, I love you. I love you so much. Okay. This is WBNS News 10. All right. I don't know what state this is in, but yeah. CBS News. 10 TV WBNS. Breaking news. Hillary Clinton says she still feels the urge to beat Donald Trump. Wow. January 28, 2020. Hillary Clinton still harbors thoughts about a rematch with Donald Trump. In a new interview with Variety, the former First Lady, Secretary of State, and two-time presidential candidate admits that the outcome of the 2016 election still bothers her. Quote, I know... here we go. This is the journalist. I know you're not running for president, okay? I know you're not. No way. No. But do you ever feel the urge to think, I could beat Donald Trump if I were running? Is it? I love this. This is totally not fabricated. This is totally just, totally just completely natural. Don't you understand? Completely natural. This is totally completely natural. Pilgrim driver, thank you. Dems codified. Yes. Exactly. She goes, yeah, I certainly feel, quote, yeah, I certainly feel the urge because I feel the 2016 election was a really odd time and an odd outcome. She responded, the more we learn, like what? Anyway, the more we learn, the more that seems to be the case. But I'm going to support the people who are running now and do everything I can to help elect the Democratic nominee. Yeah, I certainly feel the urge. When was the last time either Clinton, sometimes when I feel the urge, I go and go skiing? Yeah, that's the ticket. When I feel the urge to do things, well, I can't shake that urge. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Oh my goodness, urges. I can go on and on, talk about urges. Oh, you meant running. Yeah, well, that's for my wife to decide on her own. She's the only one running. I mean, not really running. You know what I mean? She has the urge. Okay, she's running. But we just have to make it seem like the Democrats want her, even though there is no Democratic Party. It's just me and my wife. I'm just going to be honest on H.A. Badman's live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, Clinton has the urge. She's not even hinting. She's not even hinting at who she's going to vote for because she knows it's going to be her. Okay? She's not even hinting. Do you understand this entire impeachment charade? This is a charade. George Ombasa, hello. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, George. This entire political charade and farce that we have in our country it's like watching a play, and everyone on this live stream, everyone who listens to H.A. Goodman, this channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel, we know that we're watching a play, we're watching a movie. When you're watching a movie or a play, you suspend belief in reality. You have to suspend belief in reality to enjoy yourself. Democrats must suspend belief in reality. They must suspend belief in reality. Because if they were to look at things, exactly, Eric H526, exactly. If they were to look at things from the reality that, look, how much money do you think, Madam Secretary, these flies, how much money do you think Madam Secretary is going to raise? How much money do you think that Biden would raise? Biden's losing money right now. Biden is literally losing money. Biden's campaign, let's just see. Biden losing money. Just a couple of months ago, okay, Joe Biden's cash problem squeezed donors and fundraisers with early primaries on the horizon. He can't even get money. Well, obviously not. If you're giving money to Joe Biden, you might as well, it's basically money that's never going to be used again for any purpose. Maybe the money is probably just going to be funneled back into the DNC, okay? Back into the DNC. Former Vice President Joe Biden's top donors are mixed on next steps for the campaign after it was revealed he only has $8.9 million cash on hand, and he's spending more. He's spending more than he receives, okay? In Democratic fundraising, Joe Biden falls behind, of course. Of course. I just think that, at a certain point, if it's not Biden or it'll be interesting. If it's not Biden or Bernie in Iowa, you have the absolute perfect opportunity for Clinton. Clinton's going to be nominee no matter what. Doesn't matter. Bernie could win Iowa and New Hampshire, and it still wouldn't matter at all. Okay? At all. He would still be cheated. Clinton would be the nominee. But the point, though, is that if you don't have Biden or Bernie Sanders win Iowa, then the charade of the political party is in complete and utter disarray. Complete and utter disarray. Because then they say, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Who can unify us? Who can unify us? Oh my God. Oh my God. Who can be that one person to defeat Trump? Who's that one person that we have? And there you go. And you know what the great thing about this is going to be? When you have Clinton formally announce, the beauty of it all, the absolute beauty of it all, and when she becomes nominee, the beauty will be seeing all of those people who have all these things to say about Trump voting for somebody who's worse on every single issue. And they're going to do it with a straight face. But then you just draw a T-chart on every issue. What has Trump accomplished? What has Clinton accomplished? What has Trump said? What has Clinton said? Clinton, in terms of rhetoric, far more offensive than Trump. Far more offensive. I won't even get into it on this live stream. But far more offensive. So, Lachlan Bird, hello. When they say, well, the Democrats don't want Clinton. Well, the Democratic Party doesn't run the show. The longer this goes, let's say McConnell right now has the votes to prevent witnesses. If he gets witnesses, if they get witnesses, then they'll have to vote on each one. On each one. If they're getting Bolton, they're going to want both Bidens. So it's kind of like, Phoebe Beach, yes, HHC, who press appointed as DNC officials, all Hillary supporters. Exactly. When Clinton runs and when she becomes the nominee, ladies and gentlemen, This is going to be vindication for everything that we've said, everything that I've said since 2017 and before that. Yeah, it's true. Eric H526, thank you. That's right. That's right. It's going to be pretty amazing, too, because it's really kind of funny. The longer the impeachment goes, the worse it is for Biden, and the worse it is for Bernie, because he's not going to be able to be in Iowa. The senators are not going to be able to be in Iowa. So it's really hilarious the way, Pelosi holding the articles of impeachment for so long. Gosh, do you think maybe the impeachment what was I saying? I was saying from the very, very beginning, I said the impeachment push was all about paving the way for one person. Now, today, you have Hillary saying she has the urge. And there you go. She has the urge. I am Siler. Hello. Hope all is well. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Larry Whitaker, hello. Thank you, Larry. Larry Whitaker, thank you. If they get Bolton, they're going to want the Bidens. If they get the Bidens to testify, they're going to fight any congressional demand. It's going to unify Republicans around Trump. Eventually, Mitt Romney is going to vote party line. If Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins want to pretend that, we're standing up to Trump or we're open-minded, if they're so open-minded, they're going to be open to Hunter Biden as well, or Joe. It's not logical or rational to say, well, you know what? Biden was implementing U.S. foreign policy. Where was it? Was this sanctioned by the White House? Because it wasn't. Firing a prosecutor is not part of U.S. foreign policy. Sorry. It just isn't. And there was no directive, no order, no document, no email stating that Biden had to fire another country's prosecutor that just happened to be looking into the corporation funneling millions to his son. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. We're approaching an hour. God bless. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow morning and obviously a live stream tomorrow evening. I'm going to try to do a live stream in the morning, a live stream in the evening, and then uploads in the middle of the day. So definitely check out H.A. Goodman's other channel. I have a great segment on H.A. Goodman's other channel today. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Thank you so very, very much. To my super chat, thank you. Have a great evening.